Welcome to my Pokemon Fire Red version playthrough. This is episode number 5, and today the goal is to beat Misty. So let's get to it. Alright, here we are. Now she has a Nidoran male, and like I said earlier with Nidoran, if you touch it, you're likely to get poisoned, unless you're playing red, blue, and yellow. That is one of the reasons that I wanted to play Fire Red, because the Pokemon actually have their abilities. Like, Ivysaur's ups grass type moves in a pinch. But if you were to play red, blue, and yellow, they don't have those abilities. And she has a Nidoran female. So if you're playing red, blue, or yellow, and just following through with what I'm doing, then feel free to quick attack or tackle Nidoran. It won't do you no harm. Now he's going to use Mankey, and I'm actually going to go ahead and switch, because fighting type is pretty strong against electric. And the way low kick works is the heavier your Pokemon, the more damage it does. So if I had a Venusaur, it would do more damage. Alright, and that's number 5. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up, and I'll be right back. Alright, and here we are. He gives us a nugget, which I think is worth 1,000 Pokédollars if I remember right. I can go to the store and let you know. Now he gives you the opportunity to join Team Rocket. No matter what, you cannot say yes. It automatically says no. But when I first started playing, I kind of wanted to join Team Rocket and see how the game would end up if the bad guys won. Also to note, if you're playing yellow version, you start out with Pikachu, and Pikachu will follow you until you box him, put him in the box, or evolve him. But in order to evolve the Pikachu from yellow version, you actually have to put him in the box. Otherwise, he will knock the stone away like he does in the anime. Now here's TM45 Attract, and there's also a trainer here on yellow version that if you talk to, he'll have a Charmander, and you get a free spot, he'll give it to you. Now I'm going to watch out for this guy here, but in this grass is where my Abra's going to be. Alright, finally found an Abra. I ran into like 10 Pidgeys, 10 cat, or 1 Caterpie, several Weedles, several, yeah, different Pokemon, ton of them. Now, the only problem is with Abra is that the only move he knows is Teleport. So you've got one shot to throw a Pokeball at him, and that's it. So let's hope that I get it. Nope. And now he's going to teleport away, and it'll be another 20 minutes before I find another one. I told you guys that I was going to go find out how much the nugget was worth, but I'm also going to go ahead and find out how much the star piece is worth. It's worth 4.9k Pokebucks. And the nugget is worth 5,000 Pokebucks. So let's hope that they've got some great balls so that I can catch them in my Abra. And the answer is no, so I guess I'll just get a few more Pokeballs, because I like to have 15 of them on me on hand at any time, and get 15 Super Potions. Alright, back to hunting for Abra. Alright, finally caught my Abra, and I'm going to tell you, it's a pain in the butt to catch Abra. Now, because he's going to choose Rattata, I'm not going to put Pikachu out there because I don't feel like getting Hyper Fanged or Quick Attack. I'm going to use Ivysaur. And if you can't tell, I have had to train Ivysaur and Pikachu a little bit. Because trying to catch Abra, I had a Jigglypuff with me, and the Pokemon just didn't want to let me run. So I had to kill everything up till I got to Abra, and then Jigglypuff wasn't even fast enough to sing before it teleported away. Now, Ivysaur's going to try and learn Razor's Leaf here, and I'm going to learn it. I'm going to get rid of Tackle finally. And as much as I'd like to have Alakazam and Gengar as part of my 6, the only way that they evolve Kadabra or Haunter is via trade, and playing on an emulator, I cannot trade. Now, I could have spawned one by using a hack or a cheat, but like I said, I just don't want to cheat through a playthrough because not everybody can. Plus, it kind of takes the fun out of the game. Now, see if Abra's Kadabra right now, he'd be owning. The nice thing is about teleport, though, if you're in a cave, you don't have to have an escape rope. You can use teleport, and I think I can actually use it up here, and I'll teleport straight to a Pokemon Center. actually it teleports you to the most recently used. So if you didn't use the Pokemon Center here and you caught an Abra, then you could actually go back to Brockstown. As much as I don't want to get Quick Attacked or Hyper Fanged, I'm gonna stick with Pikachu. Because Ivysaur is way too far ahead. Speak of the devil, he Quick Attacks me and Hyper Fangs me. Unfortunately, Rattata is a staple Pokemon of a lot of the trainers here in the beginning areas. So you get to about Lieutenant Surge's area, 3rd gym or so, and they're just extremely annoying. They're not powerful or anything like that. It's just that they have that one OP move. And unfortunately, Pikachu's not very powerful by himself. He's actually a really underpowered Pokemon. But really, he's used a ton. It's one of the reasons I really didn't want to throw him in my Let's Play. Alright. Now this is another hiker, and he's got an Onix. Slowpoke is a water and psychic type Pokemon, so Pikachu should be fairly effective against it. Which is good because I'm kind of a perfectionist, and the fact that Pikachu's 19 and my grass type Ivysaur is 21, 22 now maybe, I don't remember for sure. It drives me nuts. I like to have them the same level. Now, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a Pokeball up there to the top right. The only way in there is to cut or make the trainer that's standing in front of the path come as far out as you possibly can get them. And I'll show you how to do that. This one's a hiker here, you can tell. Four Pokemon, so hopefully Abra hits 16. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. Hopefully Ivysaur doesn't hit 22. Or 23, I guess. Unfortunately, if you chose to get a Magikarp, this would also be how you'd have to train it, because Magikarp is the second worst beginner Pokemon. A lot of people will probably argue with me on that one, but Abra only learns Teleport, but Magikarp learns Tackle at 15. Yes, it still has another 5 levels before it evolves at 20 to Gyarados, but at least at Abra you have to switch him in and out for 6 levels. And that's if you don't catch him at level 8. If you catch him at level 8, then you've got another 2 on top of that. So now if you walk right here, he leaves just enough space behind him to go grab that Pokeball. Like I said before, as much as I'd hate for Ivysaur to hit 23, I already know that this guy's going to kill my Pikachu, so I'm going to go to 23. I thought for sure Abra was going to hit 16 there, but I guess not. Go ahead and we'll grab this ball here. It's Secret Power, which is probably one of the worst TMs in the game. But I'll be right back. I'm going to go here. Alright. We got 2 more matches before we get to Bill's house. And of course we know this guy's going to have a Rattata. But hopefully, Abra hits 16 here. Norberd's had it, but he's got a Sandshrew, so Pikachu still can't kill Sandshrew. He might be able to if I use a ton of potions, though. Now this is the part where you have to be careful. I've done this before, but I've made the mistake of not letting Abra evolve at 16, and he ended up hitting 17, and that's a major mistake, because he learns Confusion as Kadabra at 16. If you stop him and you make him hit 17 to evolve, you won't have a move other than Teleport until, I think, 20. See, Kadabra learns Confusion. And now he can finally start fighting for himself. Kadabra is also one of those Pokemon that has a weird Pokedex entry. Kadabra's Pokedex entry actually says that one morning a kid woke up and he was a Kadabra. Now, personally, if Pokemon were real, I wouldn't mind being a Kadabra, because it can turn into Alakazam, and that's one BA Pokemon in my books. If you gotta turn into any of them, make sure you turn into something good, right? Alright, and here is Bill's. Now this is strange. Bill is here. He's actually the Clefairy over there. But in the other games, he doesn't show up as a Clefairy. He shows up as a different Pokemon in red, blue, and yellow. It's a talking Clefairy, like the Pokemon, like the Meowth on the anime. Alright, and then if you talk to him again, it gives you an SS ticket that you will need for later use. Now if you walk out of here and turn back around and walk back in, you can use the computer again, and you can see his Eevee, Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. Those are the original Eevee evolutions. Now those two guys won't battle you. One of them's actually a gal, but and now you see the cop here is moved, so you can go back here and battle that rocket, and he has a surprise for you. But for now, I think we're going to go ahead and do the gym. Alright, on to the gym. Now, once again, I like to battle everybody, but if you see there's a path behind me, one step and to the left, you can actually avoid this person. Way to fail. I would try and teleport. Now see, Kadabra is actually about average level for what your Pokemon will be during these fights here. So you can actually see with Kadabra whether or not your Pokemon will be able to do alright here, depending upon the Pokemon you use. Now Kadabra does have some type advantages here. I'm sorry, 18 is disable, so if you level him up to 17 and let him evolve, or 18, all he'll have is teleport and disable till 18. Or teleport and disable at 18. Now Kadabra's mopping up right now. I will say this, you can surf in this water later on when you come back if you want to with surf. There's no Pokemon in it and there's really nowhere to go, but I wondered that when I first started playing, so I came back, I figured it out, and I was like, well, maybe I'll share it with everybody else. Now Staryu does have some psychic attacks, so Staryu and Starmie might actually be able to take down Kadabra. They will be. She uses one super potion during this fight, so you'll have to watch that. She just used hers now, which I'd prefer use it on Staryu than Starmie. But you'll have to watch out for that if you've got any weaknesses to psychic. Obviously they're water, so if you've got a weakness to water, then you probably should figure out a different Pokemon to fight with. I'm going to go ahead and keep Kadabra in. I figured she'd take down Kadabra, that's why I went ahead and left him in. And now Pikachu should hopefully be able to finish her off. No paralyzed, so probably not going to happen. And I'd rather not waste a potion. Because if I waste the potion, she's just going to water pulse again, and I'll be back in the same situation. So we'll go ahead and we'll finish her off with Ivysaur. Now you can see she's a little challenging. I've only got 3 Pokemon, so they're decently good levels, but it took Ivysaur to take her out, so when I first started playing Red and Blue, she was the only one that could constantly send me back to the Pokemon Center time after time again. Here we get Water Pulse, but I think it's actually Water Gun on Red and Blue, because Water Pulse is a new move, so you can't use it on the older game. Alright, thank you guys for watching today. Hopefully I'll have some more out soon. And if you wouldn't mind, rate, subscribe, and comment, please. Let me know what I could do to improve the playthrough, or what I should stop doing to improve it. I'd greatly appreciate it, and I hope you have a nice night.